certain questions will come from your atomic structures. I am revising these topics so that if you have forgot, you can again go through it. Now calculate the electronic configurations of elements. I have written few elements. Suppose neon I am giving you. It's not necessary I'll give you this. Maybe possible that in boards alphabets can come like A, B, C, D. We have discussed these types of questions. Suppose this particular element is given to you. So you know that the first orbit contains 2 electrons, then the second contains maximum 8 electrons. If you have forgotten, then you focus on 2n square formula, right? So the first, if n is equals to 1, first subshell means k will contain maximum. आप fill करेंगे, then you will get 2. If n is equals to 2, then you come across 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8 electrons. Then n is equals to 3, then you got it 18. If n is equals to 4, you get 32. But you will see that we are not putting 18 and 32, but we are putting in this manner. So this is k, this is l. You have to write down k and l. Not just focus on the sulfur. First is 2, then 8. देखो पहले में 2 आ रहा है, 8 आ रहा है. Now the remaining ones will come here. Now 2 plus 8 is 10. So 16 minus 10, how much you will get? 6. Write down k, l and m. Over here also, it's 2, it's 8, then 8, then 1. So it is k, l, m, n. Puts comma over here. Now let's focus on it. 2, then 8, 8 and 2. It's k, l, m, n. This way you will write down the electronic configurations for different elements. Now once again we are focusing on the different other ways how the questions can be asked. Now the definitions are prominent that can be asked no matters what definition they are giving you. But the things comes, they ask you again the same question. Suppose I have choose this question only, this particular thing, and I ask you that if an element A has atomic number 20, then find out its valence electron, valency, whether it is coming as a metal or a non-metal. This thing you should know. Now you will simply write down its electronic configuration, that is 2, 8, 8, 2, and you will write down k, l, m, n. So you know the valence electrons are always judged from the valence shell. So how many electrons are there? 2. So valence electrons is what? 2. Now you know it comes in the metal because metal's outermost orbit contains 1, 2, 3. Special cases are there where 4 is there, but over here 1, 2, 3 you have to focus. So it is a metal, right? Because it has 2 valence electron its outermost orbit. Now the next comes about the valency. Valency is what? It will lose 2 electrons. It is a metal, it will lose electrons, so its valency is 2. This much you should know over here. That is very, very important. Then sometimes just see they are losing electrons, so you can write down plus 2 also. So this way also you can write down simply 2 also you can write down, you will get the answer. Now let's focus on the point regarding, suppose I ask you one question that if atomic number for an element, suppose an element B is given to you whose atomic number is 17 and mass number is 35. Now I ask that find out its electron, its proton, its neutron. Shortcut I am writing, but you write down the full things. Now let's focus upon the number of neutrons. You know that the mass number, okay, that was A was equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. You know it. So number of neutrons will be equal to, mass number बड़ा होता है हमेशा क्योंकि इन दोनों का ऐड अप होता है. सो मास नंबर, डोंट मेक अ मिस्टेक दैट प्रोटॉन में से मास नंबर माइनस कर दो. मास नंबर इन दोनों का एडिशन है. सो इट इज़ अ सम टोटल ऑफ 2 थिंग्स. सो मास नंबर इज बिग एवरी टाइम. इट्स माइनस number of proton. So what is the mass number that was given to us? It was 35 and proton was 17, which we have calculated. So how much we'll get it? We get it 18. So this is the way how to calculate the number of neutron. It's okay with you all how you will do it. And there are other things also which you have to remember, that suppose if I give you certain examples, suppose it's been there from your book only. Suppose I put it A3, 6 B है, 9 W है, 14 is X, then 18 is Y, and 20 is Z. It was U given in your book. So they are asking you, just tell whether they are metal or non-metal और noble gas या inert gas. ठीक है. So what is your duty? Start writing its electronic configuration. 2,1 write down Kl, then 6B 2,4 Kl, 9 is W 2,7 Kl, then X 2,8,4 Klm, then 18 is Y 2,8,8 Klm, 20 is Z 2,8,8,2 Klmn. I think I have written all the ones. This is 3, this is 6 1 2,4, then 9 2,7, 8 14, and this is we have done. Now what is our duty? You have to check whether this is a metal, non-metal or noble gas. You know, I have already discussed metal contains 1, 2 or 3 electrons. Just see, this is a metal and this is the metal because containing 1 and 2. So your U and Z is what? They are metal. Then let's come about the noble gas. Noble gas 8 होना चाहिए. It's Y. We have non-metals. Just see, this one is non-metal B, having 4 electrons. It's a special case carbon. Then we have this thing W is there, but please focus this one 14. This is silicon, so it is not a non-metal. It comes in the metalloid. This is a case where in your books also they have not given you. They are considering it as a non-metal, but it is a silicon and it comes in silicon is always coming in your metalloid. So जो W है, जो X है आपका, that comes in metalloids, है ना? You corrected. So this is the point. The question में नहीं दिया है रखा है लेकिन, but you should know how to judge the answers. Now there is one more question. An element A, B, C. Their atomic numbers are 11, 17 and 9. ठीक है, इसका 11 है, this is 17, this is 9. You have to judge which is the cation and which is the anion. So your duty is, please write down the electronic configuration. Then B is 17, 2,8,7, so Klm. Then C is what? 9, 2,7. Now you know that जो non-metals हैं, they contains either 5, 6, 7 electrons. So this is these twos are the case, and non-metals always forms a anion क्योंकि they gain. Anion कब बनता है? When you gain electrons. So they will take 1 electrons to become its octet complete. 8 8 हो जाएगा ना. So they both means B and C will form you anions. ठीक है, B and C will form the anion. I'm focusing towards this, but just focus on A part. A is a non-metal. It is a metal, and they will lose electrons, and once they lose electron they will form a cation. So A will be a cation. Let's see, A will lose 1 electron and it will acquire, एक electron lose करा तो 1 plus आया. B was taking 1 electron, so it was holding a negative charge. C was also taking 1 electron, so it was holding a this. So what they are forming, it is forming cations, and what they two are forming, they are forming anions. So this is also a way to judge the answer. So you should know all the ways how to judge your answers and complete. Please, in boards these types of questions are coming where you have to use your brain. You cannot do like that now. It's a high time that you are seeing from the book. Definitions you can learn, reasonings are there, you can learn, but these types of question which is logical, you have to use your brain and then you have to give the answer. So please focus on the way how I am doing, and your answer, this is just the idea. They are not asking you that explain how you are doing. They are just asking you give these answers. This is your answer part. but the point is that you should know how you have done it. Now they can also ask you maximum number of electrons in KLM shells. So you know I have already asked you that please focus on this 2n square is Bohr formula, and you know how to calculate it. If n is equals to 1, then you substitute the value over here, you will get it 2. So maximum 2 electrons. If n is equals to 2, then 2 into 2 whole square you will get 8. When n is equals to 3, 2 into 3 whole square you will get it 18. And n1 means you are talking about k, n2 is you are talking about l. This is m. अगर k l m n है, then you are talking about n is equals to 4. Now you got the answers. K will hold 2 electrons, L will hold 8 electrons, M will hold 18. You know the answer, but you don't know how to represent your answers. So this is the way your answer over here will come to this. You will write down 8, and over here you will write down 18, right? This is the way how you can give your answer. Now let's focus on other questions also. Now one more question. Why noble gases have stable electronic configuration? The point is that they contain 8 electrons in the outermost shell, except helium having 2 electrons in their K shell. This is their first, or you can say this is the first one, or basically it's the last shell for helium, and they will not gain, lose or share electrons. They are unreactive, and that's why they attain a stable electronic configuration. This is the way how you have to write down the answer. Now there is one more question. There is one element which does not contain any neutron. Just let's focus on it. Which one is this? If you remember hydrogen, it's like this. So you know that the if you minus the things, mass number and the atomic number, then you will get a 0. 1 minus 1 is 0, because atomic number is 1, mass number is 1. So 1 minus 1, you know that atomic number is equals to proton. If you remember, atomic number is equals to number of proton is equals to number of neutrons. So this is 1, this is 1, sorry, electrons, this is 1. So every time you are getting 1 1 1 electrons, so mass number is also 1 and proton is also 1, and your electron is also 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0 you can get. So neutron over here in hydrogen is 0. So I think this way you can do the questions and practice them. Learn how to calculate the electronic configuration, or the mass numbers, or neutrons or protons, electrons, whatever is being asked. Again I am discussing with you an indirect question. Sometimes they give you that calculate mass number when neutron is given to you. Suppose I give you 20 as a neutron and 15 proton I am giving you. So you know that mass number is equals to number of proton plus number of neutron. So what you can do, 20 plus 15, what you will get it, 35. तो indirect question है, ये दिया रखा है, और तब आपको you have to calculate the mass number. So this way also the questions come. So please learn the formulas. Formulas marking is there, then substitution is there, then answer with if unit is been there, then it's there, then otherwise if unit is not there, then it's not necessary. Children, please learn these values, because sometimes there is a question is being asked on them, that what are the values that is given to the this thing, proton, electrons, neutrons. So you should know. They ask you subscribe the values or what symbols you are using. So you have to write down these things. Sometimes charges are asked, sometimes masses are asked. So please focus on it and learn these values. It's also important for your board examination. Definition of atomic number. So you will have an idea of atomic number. Mass number. What's mass number? Its formula. Energy level. What is the definition of energy level? That is also there. This page, learn this page. It's helpful because it gives you everything, whether they are metal, non-metals, noble gases, and valency also has been there, their electronic configuration is there. Then you can easily learn the symbol of a particular element, the atomic number, the mass number, and from this you can easily calculate the number of protons, electrons, neutrons. So it's very helpful to learn this part, and you can easily calculate the electronic configurations, and then you can write down the valency part, then metals, non-metals, noble gases also. The noble gases we have already discussed with the question of this noble gas. So you can just do, you can learn the reasons for that. Then octet rules is there. Please learn the definitions. Definition should be specific, and reasoning questions are asked. Numericals is been asked from this chapter. So this is an important and easiest chapter.